Okay, so I've come to Swindon today. Nothing unusual there, but I am in Swindon. I am parked outside the BBC. Oh yes, parked outside. Double yellow lines, causing a traffic chaos. I was told it was going to be okay, but it's a very, very narrow road. So I'm not actually quite sure if it's safe. However, I've got my blue badge up, but we'll see how we go with that. So, I mean, the big question is, why am I here? Well, that's what we all ask ourselves. Why are we here? And that's probably number 42, isn't it? But I am in Swindon. I am outside the BBC. It's BBC Wiltshire Radio, and I'm going to be going in shortly to do an interview for tonight's show. Anyway, I am going to go in. I'm going to see if I can get logged in. Hopefully this car will still be here when we get back, if it's not been towed away or something, or crashed into. But we are actually here. Just about to see that. To be fair to everybody, I have been here before. I have been on BBC Radio before. I've done several programmes for over the years. Sue Davis and Graham Seaman. Yeah, so basically I'm not a radio novice. But we are going to go in and see what happens. Now, I have asked if I can video, but I haven't as yet got a response. So I don't know if I can video or not, but I will do my best. Maybe in the studio, hopefully I'll be able to make a video. Anyway, I'll catch you in a minute when we see what happens. So if not, then it will be when I get outside. Oh dear me. That'd make a very good video, wouldn't it? So I'm going in and coming out.
So I'm thinking that we're going to break this into 3 chunks, if that's all right with you.
Uh-huh.
And the first one will probably cover your travel blog, and then if we chat a little bit in the middle bit about your social,
What do you want to call it?
yeah, you know, the access, the vlogs that you've done to try and make life easier for. Hello.
Hello.
To try and make things easier for
This
other
is Sue
people.
and Tim, by the way, in case you can't hear it because I've got this mic facing me, so doesn't matter what you say, you just have to semaphore.
Okay.
You'll be fine. There you go. See, thank you, Sue. That's very kind.
That's a laugh.
So this is BBC Wiltshire
Right.
news booth.
And I am going to hit record now.
Are you really? What, we're starting, are we?
Let's do it.
Well, I'll just get the thing. I haven't worked out
I am
yet.
prepared. I haven't done my makeup or anything. I've got a face for radio.
We all have.
Well,
So this is the professional, how they do it.
yeah.
Unlike me.
It's not going well though.
It's not.
No.
How's my
because-
mic? Is it all right? We're only on the green.
Okay, I'm going
1, 2, testing, testing. Hello, this is Andy Wright Show. Welcome in Tim and Sue.
Thanks for having us, Andy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in. So there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Is that it? Well,
no,
we're done.
No, I've found the right button now,
Oh,
which is always a good start.
great stuff.
So, right, so we'll take a break. Right, so in the second bit, we'll travel a little bit more about the travel.
Yeah.
A little bit more about the travel and the other countries that you've been to.
Yes.
And then we'll worry about part 3 after we've done part 2.
Any part you like.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
Hit the button.
Is your button hit?
My button's on.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
recording me.
Right.
Good.
Well, we've got our button on now too. Okay.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
Do you want to?
Tim.
What song are we playing?
I don't know what song we're playing. I haven't looked at the.
I don't
So
know.
we're just finishing with that. This sort
Oh
of
no,
starts-
we'll start each bit live and end it live, but we'll hit the record and then one of us will pick up.
Fine.
live,
Yeah.
so don't worry about that.
Okay.
So we'll just start.
Firing questions.
Yeah, just start firing questions. Yeah, cool.
Fire away. I
Okay.
won't
Are you
talk
happy?
as much.
Are you happy? No, it's great.
No, it's
great.
perfect.
That's
That's
what
When
we
I get
want.
on a roll, it's like,
That's
you
what
know,
we want.
No, you're
It's about
brilliant.
you.
because there's
It's not
lots
about
of
us.
stuff that you need to know because of where I'm going. It's very difficult, and can be a little bit boring listening to all this
No,
back
it's not.
history.
No, it's not.
It's
It
important.
really isn't.
It's about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
My favourite subject.
Yes, well, it's becoming mine.
Is it?
Keep it coming,
Oh, good.
right?
Love you, Tim.
Yes. So you've got 2 more parts of this.
He's
Andy.
that smooth
So-
all
He
the
is. No.
time.
Yeah. Is
Right.
it all the time? It must be.
No, it's not. It's not. My wife gets none of it.
Yeah.
Right, are you happy?
I'm really happy.
Are you happy?
I'm happy. Carry on.
So we're back,
Far away.
kicking off second half. Andy, you talked earlier about the martial arts, and I just can't get one question out of my head because I'm a massive, genuinely massive fan of a very famous martial arts group called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's right. So I want to know, who is your favourite Ninja Turtle? Do you have one?
No.
What?
Have you even
They're
seen
not even
them?
real, are they? Come on.
Don't say that to me. Of course they're real, and they're 4 of my heroes. I'm a Donatello man.
How are you?
Obviously.
He's the pizza guy, isn't he?
That's Michelangelo.
Oh, is
but,
it?
but they all do love a pizza. Do you love a pizza?
Oh, I love a little bit of a pizza, but then I'm on a health kick, so I don't eat pizza.
Yeah, more
Can't win
pizza,
there.
I think. More pizza, be more like the Turtles. So tell me, of all the places you've gone to, have you got a favourite? Does one stand out?
Well, I suppose I'm a bit biased because I do have a Thai wife, so I think Thailand is my favourite at the moment. I have been lots of places. I said, basically, I think if I was going to go back,
Right, let's
Let's make the third part all about turtles.
no, let's not.
all right, let's I'm hitting record again. Here we go. The microphones are open. Michael Bublé, it's a beautiful day. Every Monday is a beautiful day with Tim Weeks on the social on BBC Wiltshire. Thank you to all of you who've been busy at BBC Wiltshire on the Twitter. Martin Hughes, you especially, loving your critique this evening. You've had a cracking first hour, Tim, haven't you?
It's a great first hour. I mean, I had a friend in, and we've learnt about another great
Sorry.
podcast.
You had your
I had my
one
friend
your
in,
one friend
correct.
in, and he was nice and normal and everything. I was surprised.
Can you
It was
believe it?
lovely. Yeah, it was fantastic. And the podcasts were great. We've got so much more to come next hour. We're off with vlogger Andy Wright around the world. So that's to come after the news, and we head there now in the company of Jackie Chan.
You're listening to The Social on BBC Wiltshire with Sue and I, and up next, it's the news.
Not talking over that.
No, don't.
That would have upset you.
It would. Let it roll.
That was from Martin Hughes, Guns N' Roses on the social on BBC Wiltshire on a Monday evening. Very good evening to you. I hope we find you well. Your mate, Tim, that was in earlier, Chris Burgess, he's
Yes.
tweeting pictures of you in days gone by
No.
when you were younger,
Yeah, a lot younger, I bet.
before another milestone birthday was coming up. Is there a
Yeah.
milestone birthday coming up on
Well,
Thursday?
they all are now, aren't they? Once you're in your 30s.
Are you in your 30s?
Yeah,
Oh,
just.
he's aging
Only
well.
just. 36.
So, I think you'll find that's knocking on the door of 40.
No. Less of that.
Taking long strides towards it.
I know. Just look at whatever he's doing on Twitter and social media. Just focus on that. I'm still very much 25.
You were blonde once, apparently.
Was I?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
No?
No.
Okay. Fair
I had
enough.
red hair for a while.
Did you?
Just the front. When Arsenal won the league once, I did a bit of red to
Now, see,
celebrate.
we're very honoured to have you here this evening because
Yeah,
your
you
team
are.
is playing tonight,
know.
Arsenal, and you're not watching it. You're
No.
fully engaged with us.
I'd rather be here.
Yes, of course you would. Have you seen this How to Speak Social Media
No, go on.
article? It's jargon made simple, which, she's trying to keep up with teenagers and,
Yes.
there's a whole new jargon that's emerged as a result of being online. FTFY.
FT. You want me to tell you what that means?
Yeah, go on. 'Cause
Football is tonight, yesterday.
fixed that for you.
Ah, okay.
See, it's
Yeah,
quite
that's
good
good.
short code, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
ICYMI.
ICYMI. I can't You, me, I? No, nothing.
I'm going to love this game. We're going to play this game quite a lot this hour. In case you missed it. I see
okay.
why
I missed it.
See, when you know... Yeah, I missed it. I didn't give you a clue either. That might explain it. But when you know what it stands for, it all seems relatively easy. We will be unravelling the mysteries of how to speak social media in the next hour. But up next, after George Ezra, our vlogger this week, it's only Andy Wright, travel vlogger extraordinaire, after George Ezra, Shotgun on BBC WILTSHIRE. George Ezra, Shotgun on BBC WILTSHIRE. This is The Social, and at this time on a Monday evening, we introduce you to a vlogger or blogger. And last week we met the lovely Simone Partner, a beauty vlogger who unboxes stuff as well on her YouTube channel.
And tonight we're going to meet Andy Wright from Westbury, who campaigns on disability rights and vlogs about his experiences. He's also a martial arts instructor and travel vlogger too. He popped in to see us earlier today.
I was born with cerebral palsy a long time ago, and I've had to sort of struggle with life, but I haven't let it sort of get me down or prevent me from doing anything. I've got on with stuff, regular life, regular job, married, divorced, etc. All of that business that people do. And in sort of later on in life, I had to have major surgery on my back, which I then discovered wasn't correct, and it left me unable to walk, and I had to relearn how to walk again. It's a struggle. So life is a struggle, but you have to carry on.
How bad a struggle has it been, Andy? First with cerebral palsy and then relearning walking.
Well, if I was going to describe it, it's a bit like deja vu. I've done it once, and then you have to do it all again, literally learning how to walk. And the problem for me is I had to go to work as well, so I had to earn a living and be, less mobile. But somehow I managed it. Now,
what did you do as a job?
Yeah, I teach health exercise, which is also where I come from in my history, which I started doing martial arts karate in 1985 because I was attacked and beaten up just randomly, and I wanted to learn how to defend myself, and in the end I ended up learning, and I've been doing it since then, so 85 onwards. I now hold a rank of a 7th Dan black belt.
7th Dan black belt. Yeah. That's quite good, isn't it, Tim?
I don't really brag
Who's
about
Dan?
it.
It's a ranking system, and that's got you right at the top, doesn't it?
It's one of the very few in the country. Not many have 7th Dan, and also not many have a disability as well. So it's quite unique.
Yeah, and what form of martial arts do you teach?
Well, I teach my own style at the moment. I've started moving into that after I got my 4th Dan. God, I was like, where else is there to go? But I mean, to me, the ranks aren't important. It's about martial arts being a way of life, and it's all part and parcel of what I do. So, being a Japanese martial arts system, I had one of the largest clubs in Wiltshire. I had 7 different clubs for a long time, and then everything sort of changed for me, and I moved in a different direction. I moved into the more health area, so doing health exercise, Tai Chi, Qigong, and health exercise for people like myself. I now teach that professionally since about 2009.
Online?
Online, in person, whatever people want really. But everybody I teach in Wiltshire mainly, but I go anywhere. I've been all over the world teaching, including Russia. I went there in 1996, just when they opened up the borders and things like this, and I've been to Malta and America and Australia, various countries around the world, teaching karate and also Tai Chi as well.
And you vlog about your travels and about,
Yes.
the martial arts that you teach.
So where that came from was after the surgery, and I found that my limiting in my abilities, I was looking for a new direction in order to make my life a lot easier. And because I enjoy travelling, I mean, I literally have been to most countries. and some of them are, like I say, Siberia, for example. Not many people have been there.
Bit chilly.
It's a bit chilly, a little bit chilly.
And difficult to get around because of that.
Yes, and different attitudes towards less able people as well.
In what way?
Well, they have a harder time of it. There's no sort of social benefit system. People have to, sometimes they have to beg on the street. And, it's very difficult for me to see that because I know I live in a Western country. For me to go there and experience it is an experience in itself. It's an eye-opener, really. I'm very grateful for what I've got in this country, but I also see what they've got, which is not a lot.
And is that what drives you to vlog about it, so other people can see?
I want to spread the word about travel because it is opening up for disabled people. There's a lot of areas now that are opened up around the world that people should go and have a look at because it's part of it's part of the world, and it's staggering. It really is when you see the lush green mountains of Thailand and the very straight roads of Australia, and you wonder, my goodness me, everybody should go and have a look at this because it's wonderful. It really is.
Andy Wright there, who vlogs as Andy Wright Travel and on Talking Really. We'll have more from him in a moment.
Queen, One Vision on BBC Wiltshire. Welcome to The Social. We are in conversation this hour with our vlogger this week. He is Andy Wright, and he came in from Westbury to see us earlier today.
Andy was born with cerebral palsy and has blogged about his health issues. He's also vlogged about the many countries he's travelled to. And he's also a martial arts instructor, we learnt. So, as you would expect from me, a massive fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I asked him if he had a favourite martial art turtle.
No.
What?
Have you even
They're
seen
not
them?
even real, are they? Come on.
Don't say that to me. Of course they're real. And they're four of my heroes. I'm a Donatello man,
Oh, are you?
firstly.
He's the pizza guy, isn't he?
That's Michelangelo.
Oh, is
but
it?
but they all do love a pizza. Do you love a pizza?
Oh, I love a little bit of a pizza, but then I'm on a health kick, so I don't eat pizza.
Yeah, more
Can't win
pizza,
there.
I think. More pizza, be more like the turtles. So tell me, of all the places you've gone to, have you got a favourite? Does one stand out for you?
Well, I suppose I'm a bit biased because I do have a Thai wife, so I think Thailand is my favourite at the moment. I have been lots of places. I said, basically, I think if I was going to go back anywhere, I'd probably try and go back to Siberia.
Right.
I was a young, naive young man then, and I didn't blog it. I wasn't blogging then. I would love to blog it. I think it would be really good. I mean, I see the telly programs, all these people travelling the world, and I'm thinking, I think I'll make a note of these. I maybe want to go there sometime in my life because they look really nice.
So with Siberia, though, what's the access? Is it easy? Is it accessible to get around, or hard work for you?
Really hard work. It would be now, even more so, because I'm less able than I was then. And the whole system of transportation is obviously very geared up for able-bodied people. You've got your planes, you've got your steps, you've got your seating. I mean, they are trying their best to put toilets in planes, but they're very rare. I actually went to Moscow, and I was actually manhandled down the steps because they had no lift for the plane. So I was actually carried by this big burly Russian guy who carried me down the steps to the terminal.
So with that, though, do you find you get offered lots of help all over the world, or is there any countries that don't help you?
Can I be rude and just say London is not very good, unfortunately. Coming back, for example, one time I had a taxi waiting for me, and they were faffing around with their business, and there was no wheelchair. I decided to walk it. That's the worst thing I ever did, because it was like 2 miles or whatever it was down the terminal. I was staggering by the time I got to the taxi.
How much of a response do you get to the vlogs that you make about experiences like that?
Interesting that you mentioned that, because I have done some train vlogs going on the underground, which is an experience anyway. But if you imagine me on my scooter, mobility scooter, on the underground, as you see on my lovely T-shirt.
It's a great T-shirt.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
a
brilliant,
great
brilliant
picture.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
But that's me. And, when you're on the underground, first thing you obviously have to deal with is actually getting down to the platform. Majority of the stations haven't got lifts yet. They are doing their best to increase number of lifts, but I think it's going to be 20 or 30 years before they've done every single station. But obviously, when I was there doing these vlogs, I experienced what it was like for a wheelchair user. I mean, they spent all that money on trains, brand new trains, and they didn't think about the level access for the door. I found it staggering that they can do that. And so what I did, I made these vlogs and I put them out there, and then I thought, hang on, I need to tell somebody about this. So I sent the vlogs on a CD. I sent them to the head office of London Transport. I got response back saying, thank you very much. We are going to look into it. Overall, very positive about, feedback from them. And that's partly why I make the vlogs.
Because you feel it makes a difference.
Yeah. And a lot of other people have watched those vlogs and they go, yeah, we've had the same problem. We've experienced what you've experienced, And I've done other things like going up the high street, doing just a normal high street, go up one side, down the other side, make a video, looking in the doorways, right? Bear in mind that the accessibility laws have been around a few years now, and I'm thinking, do these shops actually want my business? Because I can't get in them. But I'm just wondering, are they going to bring all of the stuff out for me to have a look at,
Yes.
to buy? I don't think they are.
Street fair.
I don't think they are. No.
Andy Wright there talking about the issues he vlogs about and the difficulties he faces when travelling or indeed shopping.
That's right, and we'll have more from him in a little while, plus all of your what's-ons, but now it's Kate Bush with The Child in His Eye.
Time now for our final chat to our vlogger this week. He is Andy Wright from Westbury, who has cerebral palsy and vlogs about health, travel and martial arts.
And so far this evening, Andy has talked about travelling to Thailand, Siberia and many other countries, but he also vlogs about this country and indeed this county. So I asked him, what did he think about Wiltshire?
Wiltshire's my home county because I've lived here since the 70s. We moved here from Bristol, although Bristol's still in my heart, as it were. I was only young then. I have vlogged nearly every single town in Wiltshire. I've done town vlogs as well, which is also on my travel website. So not only do I travel abroad, I also do vlogs about England as well. There's some beautiful places in Wiltshire and some lovely towns as well. So what I try to do is do a town vlog to highlight the best parts of it. And
Give us an example of somewhere that you've loved in Wiltshire vlogging about.
well, all of the ones like Corsham's quite lovely. It's a lovely place to go, and I just love the rural aspects of it. It's a town in the countryside, and it's got some history as well. There's some history because I try to do historical stuff as well. So what I do when I roll up to a town, I don't necessarily know everything about the town when I get there. So I go around, explore it as if I'm just an explorer. When I get back to the studio, what I'll do is I'll do some research and put in there information about where I am. So if I go past a famous building, then they'll come up on the bottom. It'll say what the building was, who it was. I mean, there's lots of places that I've been that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
I've learnt a lot of things about, So the idea of this is to be educational, but also accessibility, because I don't like to plan things because I want to surprise myself as well. And personally, what my aim is in the future maybe is to do some sort of TV experience of the same blog. So have maybe a series doing the same sort of thing where I just roll up and do a travel thing about various places. And obviously that brings me on to the other channel that I have, which is the Talking Really experience. I started that one because of a desire to have an outlet for disability issues. My travel channel is aimed at everybody, so there's no specific But what I wanted was an outlet for disability issues, talking about mobility, talking about benefit system, talking about problems that they may encounter. And I'm doing a twice weekly live stream, which has really taken off, and I'm getting people who are watching the show coming onto my show in person. These are people that probably have a little bit of anxiety and social dysphoria, and most of them have disabilities. So they're coming on to live stream with me for the very first time ever in life that they've sort of put themselves out there. It's just amazing. I mean, we've had so much fun with it. And the thing is, nobody else is doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's just, your face has just lit up. You are transformed by your enthusiasm for this. What's your hope from this project? What do you really want to achieve?
I'm obviously looking at future of these vlogs being, hopefully the channel will grow. Both channels will grow, hopefully, with more subscribers and supporters. But also, as I said earlier, I would love to be able to take this to a bigger media, so a TV sort of avenue. I really think that that's the way to go, because there's nobody else doing this on TV. There's nobody else doing this sort of thing from a disability point of view. There are plenty of disabled presenters now, but nobody is doing travel series. But I'm quite happy where I am at the moment with the blogging, because obviously I'm in control of that direction.
Absolutely.
And
Well, thank you very much for coming in to see us, and we wish you luck with everything going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you.